Have you ever wondered, why do we have to accept that aging must come with medication? Aches and pains, and memory loss? After years of hard work, when it is finally time to rest, we are met with fatigue, declining memory, and a body that grows weaker with each passing day. You deserve a peaceful, healthy old age, not one spent relying on pills or sitting in a recliner all day. But halfway around the world, there are elderly men and women over 100 years old who still go to the market on their own, cook their meals, and tend their gardens. They are not just surviving, they are truly living. And what surprises doctors is not their genes. It is what they eat every single day, a simple, inexpensive food that might already be sitting in your kitchen. It is not some strict diet. It is not an overpriced superfood. It is a small habit, repeated over and over, but it makes a big difference in how your body ages. In just a few minutes, you will know exactly what this food is, why it protects the heart, brain, bones, and joints, and how it slows down aging in ways that medicine simply cannot. And most importantly, I will share the Japanese secret to multiplying its effects, without fasting or making any extreme lifestyle changes. But before we continue, help spread this message to those who need it, by hitting the like button, subscribing to the channel so you do not miss out on more natural health content, and leaving a comment to let us know where you are watching from. Let us build a community of people who not only want to live longer, but want to live healthier, more meaningful lives, just like those admirable elders in Japan. 1. Sweet potatoes, a steady source of strength from the earth. Some foods do not need fame to prove their worth, and sweet potatoes are one of them. In Okinawa, known as the island of the longest living people, sweet potatoes are not just food, they are a way of life, a key to survival, and a symbol of the resilient spirit that has nourished generations. Elderly people in Japan do not eat sweet potatoes because it is trendy. They eat them because their bodies tell them it is what they need. This humble root provides steady energy without leaving you drained after a meal or causing sudden spikes in blood sugar, something many seniors in the United States struggle with every day. In the difficult years after World War II, sweet potatoes completely replaced rice. They became the main source of nutrition for entire families, and during those hard times, the Japanese discovered the true value of sweet potatoes: simple, easy to store, easy to digest, and above all, good for your health in ways few foods can match. Older doctors in Japan often joke, sweet potatoes do not age, only the people who eat them grow old, and grow old healthily. And there is a reason behind that saying. This modest root is rich in fiber, potassium, beta-carotene, and powerful antioxidants, all of which support heart health, reduce inflammation, keep the mind sharp, and promote smooth digestion, unlike those empty carbohydrates that led to weight gain and fatigue. Sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index, meaning they release energy slowly and steadily. Instead of making you feel sluggish after eating, many Japanese people over 90 years old still walk daily, tend their gardens, and even climb stairs, and they have eaten sweet potatoes nearly all their lives. Interestingly, the way the Japanese prepare sweet potatoes also reflects their philosophy of life: no flashiness, no added sugar, no deep frying. They slow roast them, lightly steam them, or cut them into pieces and let them cool, and this act of cooling creates resistant starch, a compound proven to nourish beneficial gut bacteria, strengthen the immune system, and reduce inflammation. In Eastern medicine, sweet potatoes are also considered a food of balance, helping calm the mind, stabilize blood sugar, and provide lasting fullness without heaviness. Many monks eat sweet potatoes before meditation because they believe it nourishes not only the body, but also the spirit, gently, deeply, and wholly. You do not need to completely change your diet. Just start with one steamed sweet potato, a roasted slice in the morning, or add some to your evening soup. Over time, you will feel the difference: better digestion, deeper sleep, and clearer mental focus, not thanks to pills, but thanks to a food that heals from within, in a world that grows louder and more artificial by the day. Sweet potatoes remind us that sometimes, what we need the most comes from the simplest things. 2. Brown rice, a foundation for longevity from the inside out. For elderly Japanese people, brown rice is not just a dish, it is a sacred part of daily life. While much of the world has moved on to white rice for convenience, in many rural villages across Japan, where hundreds of men and women live healthily well into their 90s, brown rice is still considered the true pearl. Unlike white rice, which has been stripped of its nutrient-rich outer layer, brown rice retains its bran, germ, and natural fiber, along with a wealth of minerals such as magnesium, selenium, and phosphorus, as well as B vitamins. Most importantly, it digests slowly, provides steady energy, and avoids the blood sugar crashes that leave the body drained. Older Japanese often describe how they feel after eating brown rice as full but light, a rare sensation in today's fast food era, where we often leave the table feeling heavy and mentally foggy. What is fascinating is that this clean fullness plays a key role in helping them maintain a healthy weight, reduce internal inflammation, and protect gut health. But what makes brown rice truly special is not just what it contains, it is how the Japanese eat it. They chew every bite slowly, thoroughly, and mindfully. Eating becomes a ritual, one that not only nourishes the body, but also serves as a practice of mindfulness, gently activating the digestive system in the best way possible. In places where this tradition is still alive, doctors report lower rates of digestive issues, reduced stress levels, and sharper mental clarity well into old age. Not because of medication, but because of conscious, intentional eating. Brown rice is also one of the top foods for balancing gut microbiota, which directly impacts the immune system, brain function, and even emotional well-being. People who eat brown rice regularly tend to have consistent bowel movements, sleep better, and are less prone to metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure. In Japan, some studies have shown that villages where people still eat brown rice daily are the same villages with more centenarians than the national average. No fancy supplements or extreme diets needed, just a steady commitment to this whole, unrefined grain. If you want to improve your long-term health without having to change everything all at once, start with something simple. Switch the rice in your kitchen. Instead of polished white rice, try brown rice, and let your body feel the difference. Centenarians in Japan do not live by trends. They stay loyal to what has proven effective over time. And for them, brown rice is what sustains life, every day, every meal, every breath. 3. Cabbage, a quiet gift for healthy aging. You may have walked past it hundreds of times at the supermarket, a simple, unassuming cabbage, with no flashy colors and no big marketing campaigns. But few people know that this humble vegetable is an essential part of the diet among some of the longest living people in the world, especially in Japan. In Okinawa, known as the land of centenarians, cabbage shows up in nearly every meal. They eat it fermented, like natural pickled vegetables, lightly steamed to retain its nutrients, or raw in salads with gentle dressings. No one overcooks it until it loses all value, because they understand that its real power lies in simplicity. In traditional Japanese medicine, cabbage is more than food, it is a natural remedy. Rich in anti-inflammatory compounds, cabbage supports liver detoxification, protects the stomach lining, and keeps the digestive system running smoothly, all crucial elements for seniors to maintain mental clarity, energy, and a strong immune system. But it does not stop there. Cabbage contains plant compounds called glucosinolates, which modern science has studied for their potential role in cancer prevention. Yet for elderly Japanese, the meaning of cabbage goes even deeper. They call it the food of humility, simple, yet enduring, much like the life they strive to live in old age. Many men and women who live past 100 years old say that eating cabbage every day has helped them avoid digestive issues, sleep more soundly, and always feel light in the body. An old Buddhist saying goes, "When the stomach is calm, the mind will be still," and that is exactly what cabbage brings. The beautiful thing is, you do not have to go to Japan to benefit from this. All it takes is a shift in how you see and prepare cabbage, quick steaming, eating it raw, or trying out some light pickling, and you can introduce into your body a natural, affordable, and widely available superfood. Start small. Add a few cabbage leaves to your lunch, a bit of pickled cabbage to your dinner. Your body will send you subtle signals: a lighter stomach, deeper sleep, clearer skin, and a sharper mind. And maybe, from just one cabbage, you will begin to experience what the Japanese have known for centuries. Living a long life does not have to be complicated, it just has to be done right. 4. Green tea, clarity nourished through every cup. For elderly people in Japan, a day does not feel complete without a cup of green tea. But to them, tea is more than just a drink, it is a rhythm of life. A quiet pause amid the passage of age and time. In places where many live beyond 100 years old, like Shizuoka or Kagoshima, the habit of drinking green tea is as natural as breathing. It begins each morning and gently winds down the day before sleep. Green tea offers much more than its subtle bitterness and jade hue. It holds a treasure trove of nutrients that modern medicine is only beginning to fully understand. Its star compound is EGCG, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect cells from damage caused by free radicals, those silent culprits behind aging, heart disease, and many chronic conditions. It is no surprise that elderly Japanese, those who drink green tea daily, often have sharp memories, strong hearts, and significantly lower rates of Alzheimer's disease and cancer compared to the global average. Green tea also deeply affects the brain. It boosts levels of dopamine and GABA, two essential neurotransmitters for focus, calmness, and a sense of well-being, while the caffeine in coffee can leave you jittery or cause an energy crash midday. The caffeine in green tea is absorbed slowly, offering steady alertness without the roller coaster effect. For Japanese centenarians, green tea is like a companion for clarity. They do not just drink it for health, they drink to listen to their bodies, to return to themselves with each cup. Another fascinating benefit: green tea is seen as a silent helper for digestion. Drinking it after meals helps reduce bloating, regulate blood sugar, and create a natural feeling of fullness, which in turn supports healthy weight control without the need for strict diets. And as with everything in Japanese culture, how you drink is just as important as what you drink. The tea is brewed from pure leaves, no flavorings, no sugar. They sip it slowly, savoring each mouthful, often in a quiet setting, on the porch, by a window, or under the shade of a garden tree. It is a moment where body and mind are gently reset, a simple, yet profound form of meditation. And that stillness may just be the most valuable medicine of all. If you are looking to care for your mind, improve digestion, sleep more deeply, or simply find your daily balance, try starting with a real cup of green tea. No sugar, no bottles, just tea leaves, hot water, and a little peace. Because living long is not about surviving at any cost, it is about living with clarity, grace, and peace through each remaining year. 5. Cucumber, a cooling vegetable for a body that needs soothing. Have you ever felt like your body was hot on the inside, as if everything was running on overdrive, even though there were no obvious signs? In Japan, seasoned doctors call this state internal heat, a kind of silent inflammation that causes the body to age rapidly, even when everything on the surface seems fine. And they have a very simple way to soothe it: eating cucumber every day. This refreshing vegetable appears regularly in the meals of those who live long lives, from light breakfasts to clean, calming dinners. It is not expensive, it is not flashy, but it has a natural ability to cleanse and cool the body effectively and gently. In traditional Japanese medicine, cucumber is considered a biological filter for the kidneys and liver. It helps flush toxins through urination, reduces water retention, supports digestion, and eases that heavy feeling after protein or fat-rich meals. The Japanese believe that when the body is cooled from within, blood circulation improves, the heart becomes stronger, and the brain stays more alert. Modern medicine is starting to confirm this wisdom. Cucumber contains silica, a nutrient that helps maintain skin elasticity, supports flexible joints, and strengthens connective tissue. It also contains potassium and flavonoids, two powerful elements that naturally regulate blood pressure and reduce mild inflammation. The Japanese do not just eat cucumber sliced and raw. They lightly pickle it using traditional fermentation methods, often pairing it with ginger or natural rice vinegar. This is not just for flavor, it activates enzymes that are beneficial for the stomach and enhances digestion. One interesting detail is that they rarely peel cucumbers, because the skin holds potent antioxidants that help protect cells from premature aging. And maybe that is why many Japanese elders describe the feeling after eating cucumber as cooling from the belly to the mind. Many elderly people in Japan say that when they eat cucumber regularly, they feel lighter in the head, less restless, and sleep more deeply. It is not just a quick effect, it is the result of giving the body exactly what it truly needs: natural refreshment. If you have recently felt sluggish, bloated, or easily irritated without knowing why, try adding cucumber to your daily meals. Eat it raw, lightly pickled, or in a salad with a splash of traditional rice vinegar, and you will begin to notice the difference. The answer is not always in a prescription. Sometimes, it is found in the small things we tend to overlook in the vegetable aisle. The Japanese do not live long because they do something big, but because they stay consistent with the small, simple, and right things, day after day. The deepest lesson from long-living Japanese: it is not just what we eat, it is how we choose to live each day. After exploring with me 5 everyday yet powerful foods, perhaps what stays with you the most is not the individual items, but the mindset behind each choice. The Japanese do not live long because they follow a perfect or magical diet. They live long because they choose to live each day with intention, from the first breakfast bite to the quiet sip of afternoon tea. They are not trying to stretch time. They are trying to fill that time with lightness, meaning, and presence. To them, health is not luck. It is the result of daily habits repeated over and over. They do not need reminders from doctors to care for their bodies. Every slow bite of brown rice, every cooling slice of cucumber, every mindful sip of green tea is a quiet but powerful act of honoring their life. And that is something you can begin, right now. You do not have to change everything. Just begin with the smallest shift: how you see your food. See healing in a humble cabbage leaf, steady nourishment in sweet potatoes, wisdom in each grain of brown rice, refreshing clarity in cucumbers, and peace in every cup of green tea. Then gently remind yourself, I deserve to be healthy, not just to live, but to live well. If today's message resonates with you, please hit the like button and help spread it to others who are also looking for a more intentional way to live. Subscribe to the channel, because each week, we share practical tips and life philosophies that help you protect your natural health without relying on medications. And do not forget to leave a comment below. Which one will you start with? Sweet potatoes? Brown rice? Or maybe just a daily cup of green tea? I read every single one. And I truly value each of your stories, because this is not just a YouTube channel. It is a community of people taking charge of aging together. Remember this: getting older does not mean losing yourself. It can be a journey back to what is most essential: wisdom, calm, and the power to heal from within. And every part of that journey begins right on your plate today. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next video. May every meal from now on be a quiet promise you make to your body that there is still so much beauty waiting ahead.